I was just looking at the annual report of MDI Gurgaon. MDI Gurgaon is one of the best PE schools that you have in the country. But when I was looking at the balance sheet and the annual report, there is something that bothered me, and this is something that bothers me even for IIMs, by the way, right? Now, the reason why it bothers me is the fee of MDI Gurgaon, if you want to study at MDI Gurgaon, is about 25-30 lakh, 35 lakh rupees if you complete everything, including mess, hostel, and everything. And at that price, a lot of students cannot even afford to think of coming and studying at MDI Gurgaon, because the fee is so high. Now, it is good to say that you'll also get placement and all, but a lot of people don't even dare to appear for the examination and go through the motions because 30-35 lakh rupees is outside their reach. But when I looked at the annual report, I felt that they have the ability to actually declare a lot of 100% free ships and ensure that it becomes a need-blind institution, which means that if you get the merit, you must pre-announce it that if you get the merit and if you're unable to pay for it, then we will ensure that you come in because we're going to give you a 100% scholarship. And MDI Gurgaon can do that. Either it can reduce the fees or actually it can give a 100% scholarships. But it is not doing that. Let me explain to you why I felt this is very, very important for all education institutions to understand that you cannot squeeze the student dry just because you want to buffer up your reserves. That, for me, in a country like India, which is trying to achieve its demographic dividend, is a crime. Let me tell you some numbers. The balance sheet size of MDI Gurgaon is 811 crores, 811 crores. That's a massive amount for an education institution, especially when it's a standalone education institution offering only MBA. There is nothing else that they offer. They only offer MBA. When I look at the details, the fee from programs is 156 crores, which means the fee that they collect from the students is 156 crores. And what is the surplus of income over expenditure? It is 69 crores. That's a 44% margin. Now, of course, someone can come and say of the total revenue, the margin is only 33% because the total revenue is about 217 crores. And then the excess of income is about 69 crores, which comes to about 32%. But when I look at it from the fees of the students, because the other part of it is interest on fixed deposit and those kind of things, and also some MDP income that is coming in, right? But the total fee is 156 crores. The profit, or what you call income over expenditure, because it's a trust, is 69 crores. Which essentially means that 44% of what the students pay is going to the bottom line. Now, do you need a bottom line? Do you need income over expenditure? For sure, you need it. You need about 15%, 24%, 25%, whatever it is. But 44% for a standalone fee school? That for me is a problem. Now, one of the ways that they could have done that is they charge so much fees, but ensure that about 20-30 students get complete 100% free ships. And when you announce that, you also get good students knowing fully well that they want to sneak in through that route. The scholarships that MDI Gurgaon gave last year was about 2.5 crores. Just 2.5 crores, 2.4 crores. And that too, based on income limit of 8 lakhs and those kind of things. Like, look at BITS Pilani. They said you are eligible for a scholarship if you're in the top 500 rankers of BITSAT examination, and 20 lakh rupees is the category that we see. Any family which is getting less than 20 lakh rupees is eligible for the 100% free. So that's showing intent that we want to support you. So if you are in the top 500 of my examination, and if your family income is less than 20 lakh rupees, I give you a 100% scholarship. No questions asked. MDI puts a lot of caveats, a lot of conditions. EWS is 8 lakh rupees, for example, here. Then they ask for mean certificate, all those kind of things. And because of those things, only 2.4 crores. And it's, by the way, it's not pre-announced, which means a lot of students who are very good may not even want to apply for MDI Gurgaon because their scholarships are so less that it's meaningless for them to go through those motions. You can always say education loans are available, but that is wrong. Now look at the data of MDI Gurgaon, and that is why I'm bothered about it. The fee from programs is 156 crores. The revenue from MDPs is 26 crores. And then you also have so total revenue that they have is about 218 crores. And the excess of income over expenditure is 69 crores, which is about 44%. The cash and bank balances of the MDI Gurgaon is 346 crores. 346 crores. And the reserves and surplus is 505 crores, which means this is available for them to spend the way they want because it's reserves and surplus. And what are the scholarships? 2.54 crores. I think it's time for education institutions to understand how much they can take from the student, how they can give back to the student, how they can get the best students to be studying in their campus, how they can ensure that students are comfortable paying the fees that they're paying, and also not in the sleepwalk start talking of another 8% jump in tuition fee every year after year, just because that's the inflation. If you don't need it, why charge the student? And that is the problem that I have. Because of the 400 crores that they have, 500 crores that they have reserves, the interest is 26 crores, which is 5%. Here you have a situation where a student possibly is taking a loan at 11-12%. And what does the college do? The college earns about 5-6% of that by putting it, government deposits. Now that for me is a problem. I have a problem. You go and talk, get philosophical about how people must be looking at, societal change and those kind of things in your projects. But when it comes to you, you're charging the student 25-30 lakh rupees as fees, and it is going and hitting at your excess of income over expenditure, and you're earning about 5% on that. And the student, to pay you the same amount of money, is actually paying 11-12% as interest, and that is what is the problem for me. Education institutions must look beyond their surpluses and start looking at how do they distribute the excess income over expenditure in terms of scholarships, in terms of free shifts, or ensure that every student who's deserving of studying at a good institution comes in, whether they're able to pay that or not. When you create that wave, when you create a blind, tuition free kind of a thing, or a need blind kind of a scholarship scheme, then you will have better students coming in. Otherwise, you will only have those students who can pay 25-30 lakh rupees, and that would not be the diversity that you would want to look at in your own student when they go out in the market, when they face the world, when they face the society, and they've only studied or learned in the peer group of similar kind of people and not all kinds of people. That will be a tragedy for the student that you will get. I hope MDI Gurgaon listens to us. I hope every B school, every institution which is charging high fees is listening to us to understand how to deal with the fee structure, how much fees to be charged, how many scholarships to have, how do you become need blind. These are questions that Indian education ecosystem must start looking at some point. Thank you so much. Namaste.